What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Brosef podcast. I'm CJ. I'm here with Tink. It is Sunday morning, bright and early. We have our Dunkin' Donuts, and we're getting to work. So we appreciate everybody tuning in to the first two episodes. We had a great first 2 weeks, far better than actually I anticipated. Look back on episode 1. Did you see we're over 600 views?
Yeah. The second one, we made a mistake by just putting it on YouTube. We should next time though. It's going to be on Facebook and then YouTube. That way, everybody has their different platforms they like to use. So
I figured we would give it a shot. I've had a podcast before where I tried straight to YouTube, and it was a little bit problematic. One thing that I didn't like is, I'm a numbers guy, and I like to, watch numbers, keep track of numbers, and that's really just how I maintain our progress. But YouTube just kind of jacks it up, by jack it up, I mean the number never changes when it's clearly getting more views. You know what I mean? It'll go from like 40 to 100. But it won't change for 3 days.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That too. I got checked in a couple days, and it looked the same. And then I checked it maybe an hour or so later, and it was 80. And I was like, wow. I was like, well, maybe a lot of people just were late. I don't know. So I don't know how that works.
All in all, though, we were really happy with our first two episodes, especially episode 1 did fairly well. Especially, thanks to Bob, Tyler, and everybody else that kind of tuned in and, participated in the contest. So we're actually going to be running another contest today. We wanted to run a contest to get us to 1,000 followers. So my dog came downstairs and
she's visiting.
Yeah,
she loves to try to take stuff out of my pocket.
She just figured out that we have visitors. Hey, go back to bed. Go upstairs. Go take a nap. So we're running another contest. The Nick Chubb contest was a great success. I mean, we went from pretty much nothing all the way up to where we're at now.
Yeah, it got us up there.
Close to 750. We're going to be running one to get us to 1,000. And what we're going to be doing is it's going to be the same concept. We're going to be asking you guys to like this episode, share this episode, and send in referrals. So what you'll do is ask your friends to like our podcast, and when they like our podcast, you simply ask them to message us, send us your name, and at the end we count how many referrals you have. And what we'll be doing is we'll be giving away two tickets to Fear Forest, which is in Lordstown. So you've been to Fear's Forest, right?
Yeah, it's not bad. I like it. I haven't been this year, but I went I think last year. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I enjoyed it. I love haunted stuff. So this one's more for everybody. It's not just us guys for the football helmets and stuff. So I think everybody get involved in this one. And what do you want to give them away next week? Next weekend?
I mean, we could give them away next weekend, but I was thinking or 1,000. We hit 1,000 followers on Tuesday, we can give them away Tuesday. Yeah. Whatever will give the people more time to use their tickets. But we'll have the tickets at the latest. I feel like this weekend. And then, I mean, you guys would at least have them for Halloween weekend
that's what I meant this weekend.
To shoot up there and have fun and check it out. So
that should be pretty fun. Hopefully everybody gets involved and enjoys it.
Yeah, I think that'll be good. So everyone likes free stuff, man.
I do.
Everyone likes free stuff. People don't even care how much it costs. Remember the one time when they gave away free pizzas at Papa John's because of LeBron James?
Oh yeah.
It's like The line was like forever long because they were giving away 23-cent pizzas and people were standing out there for hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, like last year I was addicted to calling on the radios, like the win free tickets. Like I had like Wayne Brady tickets. Never even seen the guy on stand up. Like I didn't even go to it. I just like win them, just I guess waste them. I mean, I tried to give them away, but nobody wanted Wayne Brady tickets. But I had like country jam tickets, like all kind of things, man. So I was like really addicted. Like every day I'd listen to it, and I'd have my wife call in and everything. So
were you doing that while you were on the road?
Oh yeah.
Well, you need something to do, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. Just listening.
Tink was sitting in his house with his
Oh, for sure, man. I won like Disney on Ice tickets for the kids and stuff. Like it's fun. Like when you don't got to pay for it and you just got to be like caller number 9 or something. Hey,
right.
When like 106 The Bull first came out, they had giveaways every day, and I was just straight killing it.
Yeah. Did you hear about that Garth Brooks concert?
Yeah. Every time I try to apply, like do the Facebook thing, it just it gives me like an encrypted link for some reason. I don't understand. I clicked on yours that you shared, and it's not working. So I'd love to go to a dive bar, dude. Garth Brooks would be wild.
Oh, that would be insane.
Yeah, I heard his concert. He's doing stadiums now, so you imagine packing into like a little bar.
Yeah, that would be
awesome,
fun.
Man.
I wanted to go to see Garth Brooks back in like I want to say it was March or April, and for whatever reason I didn't go,
Was that
but
Pittsburgh?
I regret it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I want to go see him. I definitely want to see him, and I want to go to a Kenny Chesney concert. I haven't been to one of those either.
Either have I.
Yeah, I heard they're both wild though.
I've only been to a Backstreet Boys concert this year.
Man. Speaking of Backstreet Boy, if you keep tweeting Nick Carter, I wanted to just like call his agent, like, can you get this guy to like him or follow him back so he can go to bed?
Oh God. So what I was trying to do was, Britt was up at the beginning, but I was trying to get him to follow because he was having like a follow spree, and I wanted Britt to wake up so I can be like, look, Nick Carter follows us.
Oh my God, did he follow you?
No,
dude, I was like on the board with you and just started retweeting all your stuff. I don't even use Twitter, but I kept saying CJ tweeted Nick Carter.
Yeah,
I'm like, God, man, I was like, he's going a little crazy with this.
So Britt woke up, and I'm like, was trying to get Nick Carter to follow us last night. He didn't follow us. I was up until like 1 o'clock. She just started dying laughing. She's like, "You're crazy." Dude,
I was cracking up, man. You were up to like one time. I remember my phone was going off around like 11:30, and I'm like, "What the hell is this guy doing? This late trying to get Nick Carter."
Tweeting Nick Carter.
You got a better chance having Aaron Carter, isn't he? Like,
I know.
He might follow you on accident.
It was funny, man. Like honestly, though, I don't give a damn if Nick Carter follows me. I thought that Brittany would think that it was cool, so I'm like,
funny.
This guy better follow me. He's following everybody. It's like. Everyone's like, follow me, and Nick's like, boom, followed, and I'm like, guy hates me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was just at your concert.
Biggest fan.
Yeah, I was just at your concert like a month ago.
Yeah, you run like an Instagram fan page for him, don't you?
Yeah.
So that was so funny. That I was literally dying, man.
Yeah,
I was like, man, this dude's getting a little nuts with this, and I was like, maybe he wants to use it for the podcast or something, you know? Yeah. And then I was like, no, he's for real. And I was like, this is going on for like an hour. Mm-hmm. I was gonna text you, but I was like, I'll just save it to bring it up to you and address it here. So,
yeah, that's so funny,
man.
It's funny because we didn't even plan that little segment. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
like that's
the best ones.
That's not
man.
On my sheet.
Yeah, that's literally the best ones when you just free flow them.
Nick Carter.
Yeah, what does he even do?
I wish I could have got a follow. So. Backstreet's back.
All right.
yeah, exactly. No, I mean, I guess they're doing good. I think they're overseas right now.
They did do like a little reunion.
Listen to me, I sound like such a fan. So they ended their domestic tour. They were in Japan. Now they're in China. So I follow them.
It's
on
like
Twitter.
Alan from Hangover, and he's talking about the what is it, Jonas Brothers? They're not down that week.
yeah. So
that's funny, dude.
Yeah, they have a new CD, and I got to keep up with all this stuff because Britt loves them.
Yeah. Well, speaking of groups from when we were kids, so what about things that scared you as a kid, bub?
Yeah. So this is a topic that we had on our podcast page on Facebook. Things that scared us as a kid.
We had a lot of good submissions.
Yeah. So I guess the things that really scared me the most, I was more so scared by the ghostly stuff, like the whole like spiritual thing. You know what I mean?
In ghosts, dude?
No, but when I was a kid, I did.
You're crazy, man. I still believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
It literally I've had too many things for not to believe, man. I had a lot of crazy things happen, man.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was like, I would wake up at like 2 a.m. and like have to go take a piss, and then like I would run to the bathroom, and we had like this attic that was attached to our bathroom that was super scary.
Oh, those are the worst things.
Yeah,
Things that you got to walk downstairs to go to the bathroom.
I used to run out of there like no other. So
and it always feels like you're running like a 4.240. Like you always feel super fast. Like they ain't catching you at all.
Yeah,
even though you're probably running in slow motion down the hallway.
So the reason why I was like probably more so scared about like the spiritual stuff. When I was a kid, for whatever reason, my dad had me watching Pet Sematary when I was like super young, and it scared like the living hell out of me. But I loved the movie; it was like my favorite movie. I would watch it. Like once I watched it, I would just watch it all the time. But I was scared of it at the same time, and then like the whole spiritual thing just like scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I remember being little and just like shadows would always scare you, you know. And I remember like having bunk beds with my brother, and I could have sworn I seen something like coming down like the side of the wall, like a shadow coming closer. I would just start screaming for my mom and dad, like a little girl, you know. Like,
yeah.
But the thing that scared me the most as a kid was the leprechaun, dude.
Yeah.
That guy, he probably scared me until I was probably like 12, and I would not even watch the movies. Like I'm not even lying. Like I would run and do the leap to your bed, you know, so he couldn't grab you, even though I knew he could do whatever he wanted to me. Like it was so bad to where like I had like a stick in my room and I put like a little nail through it.
Oh god.
Yeah, dude, I was ready. So every time I heard a noise, I'd come out like in my underwear and stuff. And like I said, this was like, sure, I was probably 12, but he would petrify me. Yeah. We had a lot of people say that he scared him as a kid. So, but once you got to the ridiculous ones like Leprechaun in the Hood and stuff, like that didn't scare you anymore.
Yeah, yeah, Leprechaun. Somewhat scared me as a kid, especially number one, the original, and then number 2, and then after number 3, it kind of got stupid. But it didn't really scare me it did scare me to a degree, but I was more so concerned about scaring Jay.
Yeah.
So like I would always tell Jay that like Leprechaun was under his bed.
Oh, dude.
So, like, that was, like, the ongoing thing when we were kids.
Yeah. You also scared your sister, too. I saw she commented on the page, like, with a saw mask.
Yeah, so I had, like, a saw mask. And, like, you know, the people that know me on this podcast know that, like, my grandma lived right next door to me. And we would go back and forth between the houses for whatever. I mean, you know, it's super convenient having somebody live next door. It's like, you need anything that you don't have at the house, you just go next door and get it. And my sister innocently went over there one night, and I had the mask. I was waiting outside in the driveway at night, and I hopped out and scared like the ever-loving shit out of her. Like she was like, oh god, it was the worst. So what happened was, this was like an expensive mask. This was like the authentic real deal. This wasn't like some cheap mask. She took the mask and hid it, and she hid it so good that we never found it again.
Oh, geez.
Like, it's still gone.
That's what she said. She hid it so good she couldn't find it or something.
I was pissed because I'm like, Kate, like, we're like 25 now. Happened when we were 14. Like, can I have my mask back?
You think you would have found it when you guys moved? Or what?
Yeah. I mean, so I moved out of the house, and then my parents moved out of the house, and the mask was never found. It's like, what'd you do? Hide it in the floor? Like, somebody gonna find a mask in like 2027 or something like that?
We used to do stuff like that all the time to my brothers and sisters. I remember one time my aunt talked me into, I'm probably like 11 maybe, and she was like, not a very good role model at that time. She was like, hey, take this knife out and knock on the window. You know, we were at my grandparents' house. So, like, you had to, like, it was dark out, and they gave me, like, a butcher knife. And I'm walking around, and, like, there's, like, the way her saw it was, like, kind of like dirt. So there's, like, roots from trees sticking up. And I fell on it, and I got cut, and that's where the scar came from here.
Wow.
My dad never knows to this day, but if he watches this, he's going to find out now. We told my dad I fell down in a driveway. So I fell, and I thought it was like I just hurt myself. Like I thought I just hit my hand, and like I didn't know I was bleeding yet. And I felt my hand getting really wet, and I went up on the porch, and it's porch light, and Dude, it was cut to the bone. I was able to see it, and like me being a kid, I freaked out. I didn't have the knife no more either. Obviously, I think it was probably stuck in my back. No, I'm just playing. But I started. My grandma had like a big glass window on her door, and I started slamming on it, like, "Let me in, let me!" And they thought I was joking, like trying to scare them. There's blood all over the window.
Yeah.
And my grandma let me in, and she was like, "Oh my god!" Like screaming, and I was like, "Just put a Band-Aid on it." Like I was so scared to go to the hospital, but. Yeah, that was not a good time. We talk about that all the time, dude, because I was so mad at the hospital. I'm like, you did this. Yeah. So, speaking of it, like, that was just not a very good, smart idea. Like, don't give kids knives.
Yeah.
So, but we had a lot of good submissions.
Things are changing, though, man. It's like, obviously, I wouldn't give a kid a knife.
Yeah, we were wild back in the day.
At any time, but, you know, also, it's like, I don't even know that I would, like, scare anybody through a window in 2019.
No, you might get shot.
You might get capped.
Yeah, you come to my house, you might get capped. Like things are just so different these days. Like kids are like at haunted houses, man. I don't even really see like lines being like all. It's like older people like us that want to go. You know.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my dad was dragging me through haunted houses, and that's why I was never really afraid of him. You know, he made me do things I didn't want to do, but
yeah, I haven't been to a haunted house in a while.
We went last year.
Mainly because Brittany is petrified of them.
That's the best, though. You should take them.
Yeah, but it didn't work out because what happened was we went to Halloween Horror Nights down in Orlando. Halloween Horror Nights is basically, you know, if you've ever been to Cedar Point during Halloween, how they, you know, all the roller coasters are running and stuff like that, and then they have the haunted houses through the park. Well, basically, that's what it is at Halloween Horror Nights, but all the haunted houses are themed. So it's like you might have the actual Michael Myers house. You might have the actual house from Insidious. The Purge was there when we went. The Conjuring. Maybe they opened the Woods. And it's actually like the real deal. It's like you go, and it's basically like hell on earth. Like they have millions and millions and millions of dollars in production. It's insane.
Oh yeah, but they probably make a shitload of money off that, huh?
Yeah, but Brittany was so scared that, like, you know, I talked her into going, and then I kind of felt bad.
To the worst one you could possibly go to, like, it's so scary, dude.
Because I didn't know like how like actual petrified she was. I thought she was just being over dramatic. And one of my old foster kids in Florida asked me to take them, and you know, I love the kid to death. I told him, I'm like, get in the car, let's go. But then I told Brett, I'm like, come on, like, you can come with us. Like, it'll be fine. And it wasn't fine. She sat in, like, a little restaurant. The restaurant was lighted, and it was, like, a safe space. And she sat in this restaurant all night. So, like, every once in a while, the kid and I would shoot back to make sure that she was okay. You know, every hour. So
she didn't even go in at all.
No, she didn't go in an actual house, but the park itself was scary as hell anyway. So she still got the effect to some degree, but she was so scared.
Some people just can't realize that it's actually fake, though. But did you ever see those haunted houses, though, where you pay, like, I think it's like a lot of money, like in New York and Philly and all that, where they actually allowed to grab you and, like, kind of torture you? You ever see those videos?
No, but I would do it.
I don't know, man. I'm into a lot of crazy stuff too. I don't think I would do that, man. They're like literally like torturing you, like tying you up and stuff. But they're not like really hitting you and stuff. But you guys check out some of the videos. You change your mind, I think. I wanted to do one, but when I like got into it, I was like, I'd probably end up either one passing out just from it's being too much, or I'd end up having to hit somebody because it's that bad, man.
I remember this one time we were at a haunted house up in Akron, and there was this dude that was like hanging from the ceiling, and Stephen Moses went up to him, and he thought he was fake, and Stephen Moses was like hitting him and like punching him, and like thought he was like just like a little punching bag. And this dude gets down from the ceiling. He's like, "What, man? You want to go?" And like tried to kick Stephen out. And Stephen's like, "I thought you were fake."
Yeah,
you know,
dude. Whoa.
So
yeah, I usually like when I walk through, like, not because I'm scared, but it's like reaction, like you want to hit when something jumps out. So I just walk through with my hands in my pocket all the time, just because I don't want to accidentally, do anything.
To me, a lot of them are just like kind of predictable. Like I'll be walking
yeah.
and I'll be like, "There's a dark corner over there. Like somebody's about to hop out," and then they'll hop out, and it like won't even scare me.
The only thing that
like,
really gets me is like the loud horns,
yeah,
like, or the air. That's the only thing that really gets me to jump.
Yeah,
I love walking through the things that are spinning, and it feels like you're like about to fall over and everything.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Anybody in Orlando that hasn't been to Halloween Horror Nights, though, you guys have to check that out. I mean, all the roller coasters are running, and the houses are just like insane. Like, and they're all themed after a movie that like you're gonna love. It's like I haven't looked at the list this year because I'm not in Florida, but you know, knowing that like it just got remade, Pet Cemetery just got remade. Like these are the types of houses
New
that
Annabelle
you're gonna,
too.
Yeah, these are the types of houses that you're gonna see at Halloween Horror Nights, and it's pretty cool. You know what I mean? So.
So I mean, it's a couple other submissions we had for like people or things that scared people. We had Chucky, Eric Wilson, Odell, and Gina Marie. They submitted that.
Chucky from Child's Play. I think that's another movie that just got remade.
Yeah, I heard it was. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it wasn't really that good. And I don't like the way that new Chucky looks anyway.
I liked it.
You did? Do you think it was as good as the older ones?
No, but I still liked it. Also, a thing that I'll add though is so it's like. It's a modernized version. It's like, you know, you watch a movie from back in the late 80s and, you know, it's just different. But now it's like this Chucky was like compatible with like an iPhone and like, you know, like I don't want to ruin it for people that haven't watched.
Spoiler
but like,
alert.
Yeah, right. So, you know, it was like an electronic defect and then it just went all wrong from there. So... It's modernized.
So it wasn't really cool. Like he was possessed this time. It was just a defect from technology.
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, people were gonna lose viewers.
Turn it off and down and come back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So we had that. We had Children of Corn from Gina Marie. We had my wife put Children of Corn. Didn't really scare me though. I mean, I thought it was. I don't know. Something about little kids being possessed don't really scare me much.
So when I saw Children of the Corn when I was younger, I didn't think that it was scary. And then when I watched it when I was older, I thought it was. So, weird.
When you were older?
Yeah, it's just like I appreciated it more, I guess. Because, like I said, when I was younger, I was more so scared by like the whole like spiritual stuff. Less than the whole possessed.
Yeah, like the Conjuring and stuff messes me up. Like if I watch that with the surround sound on, dude, I'm so scared all the time.
Yeah.
Like I'll jump, not like petrified, but when I go to bed, man, I still run up the stairs real fast.
Yeah, like I was more so scared by like, you know, like Pet Cemetery, you know, people coming back from the dead and stuff like that. Poltergeist, The Exorcist. When I was that's another thing.
Yeah,
when I was a kid, The Exorcist didn't scare me as much. But like when I was an adult, I'm like, dang, that's some messed up shit.
Yeah,
you know?
Dude, I bet, man.
There's people out there that like won't even let that movie like in their house. You know what I mean? Like they won't even let the movie like.
Oh, dude, when I started like I went to church for a little bit to try to get a little right, you know. And when they started telling me like you shouldn't be watching scary movies, this is the way in, you know, like and I'm just like, all right, well, I'm out, you know, because I gotta watch that stuff. So like,
all right, I'm posting the SpongeBob meme right there.
Yeah. So that like kind of stuff. There's a lot of people don't like that. Like my grandpa's petrified of Chucky. Like so, one Christmas everybody bought him a Chucky doll.
Oh God.
And they put it in his bed, and he just run out the door. Like my grandpa's a little younger, so he can still run, but he just jolt, dude, out the door. If you bring it around the house, he gets scared. If you even bring it up, he's like, "Oh hell no," you know, like that. Like so. That's
funny.
Yeah, I get why a lot of people are just they don't realize it's fake for some reason, or if they think that it's a real possibility. You know, some people might think that.
Yeah.
I mean, if a damn doll comes alive and takes me out, then you know, I think this is how I'm supposed to go.
Yeah.
So then we had Sarah, my wife, she posted she was scared of Hellraiser. I was surprised a lot of people didn't post that because that was kind of a intense movie for, you know, when we were younger. There's a lot of different demons and stuff up in there.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
A lot of gore and what are they, snatching people's spines out or
did anybody
necks.
put like Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
No, surprised
Michael
we didn't
Myers?
get that. We didn't get Michael Myers, no Jason. I think we got No, we didn't get Freddy Krueger. Someone said the Leprechaun was their Freddy Krueger. Like he'd pop up like while she's sleeping. So I was really surprised.
Freddy Krueger was scary as hell too. Jason.
That was the first scary movie I ever watched as a kid.
Freddy
I remember
Krueger?
that. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I remember Brian Garrett had all of them like when we were kids, and like we just watch them to be scared the rest of the night. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, I guess, growing up in that era. Nowadays, it's hard. Like, you just got, like, the Annabelles, Conjuring, and everything, so.
We have anyone else? I'm pulling out my phones. I'm not ignoring you guys.
I think that was pretty much all I saw was this Chucky, Children of the Corn, one Hellraiser, and a lot of people disagreed with the Leprechaun, man.
You said what?
A lot of people agreed with the Leprechaun.
Oh, I thought you said disagreed. I'm like, that was scary.
No, yeah.
Ask Jay. He was pretty scared.
Yeah, I went on a binge and rewatched them all just recently.
Really?
Yeah, I watched all of them. And I didn't even know Janice Aniston was, like, in there, like, when we were younger.
Either did I.
Yeah, she's in the first one.
Is she?
Yeah. Super
now
young.
I gotta go watch it.
Yeah, she's super young. And I was just watching.
Britt loves Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah. When she was young, I didn't really think she was as cute as she is now.
Nicole Sora has posted.
Oh, yeah, Nicole Sora is I'm the baby from, what is it, Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
I forget what the show's called. And what's that baby's name?
I have no
I don't
idea.
know. He always just goes, I'm the baby. We'll post a picture up of him.
Yeah.
You guys will know who we're talking about. So, and then we should move into our celebrity beatdown. So this week we have Francine from American Dad and Lois Griffin from Family Guy. Apparently everybody thought Lois Griffin, was going to beat her up. I'm assuming they all saw the boxing scene. And they didn't see Francine's old street fighting video where she stabbed a lady. Took her out when she was trying to train her son how to fight. I don't know. Hands down, I think Lois would win just because of all that boxing, how serious she took it. Francine just seemed like she had like a little stint of being a badass. Maybe it was hopped up on pills or something at the time. Who knows? So she pulled out a knife. She's not really a fair fighter. And Lois Griffin got those hands. Give him that womp.
Yeah.
So
Lois Griffin has been beating ass for longer. American Dad's a fairly new show, right?
Yeah, it's newer than Family Guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's made by the same people or not.
I would imagine.
I think it might be.
Yeah, I don't know for sure that it is, but there's so many similarities from what I've seen between the shows that I could be wrong, but I've seen a couple episodes of American Dad, and they just seem very similar.
Yeah. So, yeah, Lois Griffin will be moving on in the bracket, which we got to get that up still.
Yeah.
And then next week we got another good one coming up. I'm not going to mention it yet. We'll post that on Facebook. And let's backtrack a little bit because I completely forgot the Halloween costumes we posted up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I figured this was going to be more so of a Halloween-themed podcast, so we don't have to backtrack. I mean, we can kind of get back. I guess we could kind of go back and talk about it, but I figured this would be like the theme of the show anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a bunch, right? So
we had a bunch of them. We'll use your guys' pictures also.
What was your favorite that you've ever been?
Favorite I have ever been?
Yeah.
Let's see. I think when I was last year, man, I was like an inflatable. Were you there at Eli's party last year? I was the inflatable dinosaur that you rode, and it had like the hat, and it had like the little legs and stuff.
No.
Oh man, so like I was riding around a T-Rex.
I was at Chase's birthday.
Yeah. But it was so big. We had the party inside my house. Like this year, we haven't had a hall, but last year we had it in my house, and this thing was just like I had a big tail, and like I was just knocking everything off tables, running into everybody.
That's great.
That was one of my favorite ones, and then I don't know, because I was a lot when we were kids. Because we used to have we used to scare people in front of our house when I lived in Struthers, and we had like chainsaws and all that. I was Jason, I was Freddy Krueger before, I was Michael Myers. I never was anything like too funny besides that thing right there, that dinosaur. So
some of my favorites. I was the Joker, the Heath Ledger Joker, and I did the face paint and all that, and that was a lot of fun. We talked about that episode 1, right?
Yeah.
One of my favorites, I was Jigsaw from the movie It, and I had like an actual
from It,
from Saw. I had an actual suit that I wore, and my dad had a electronic wheelchair that I would kind of ride around in, which was hilarious because Jigsaw was either in one of those or he was like on a bike.
Yeah.
It's like I would ride around like the little rascal wheelchair
so
and just scare everybody. And like it was so funny because like we would go over to Mike Romeo's house on Halloween, and we had all the DJ equipment between him and I, so we'd set up the smoke machine, the lasers, the speakers, and Romeo would go around with the chainsaw. Alan Daniels would show up. He would be Freddy Krueger. I would be Jigsaw. My brother Jay would show up. He would just be some kind of, I can't remember what he would do.
Just Jay.
Yeah. And we would like scare people like half to death. Like this one time, like I chased Michelle Godfrey for like 3 blocks.
Oh, dude. She
She's
got some
like,
wheels, too. I bet you she was running like a fool.
Yeah, she's like, he's still following me. And I'm like, yep.
Yeah, that's what we used to do, man. We used to just run off the porch. We would build coffins and build like things that had to walk through on our walkway to our house. Yeah. And I remember this one time, like you really can't see what type of kids, like we'd set up and get candy after we scared them and stuff. Mm-hmm. But one time I come running from around with the chainsaw, and this guy had a baby stroller, and he was dragging his kid behind him with the stroller. Like I had to stop, and I'd stop chasing him, but he was still dragging. Like the stroller was sideways. I'm trying the baby didn't fall out. I felt so bad.
I wish I still had some of my DJ equipment because I would.
We could have definitely did it. Do you think you get a lot of trick or treaters on your street?
I don't know.
It's kind of a busy road. Year one. Unless they right through the grass. Then they got to hit with the Friday. Excuse me, off my grass, please.
I bet you if we set up something in the front yard, we'd get a lot of trick-or-treaters because with how busy this street is.
My house would get a lot of trick-or-treaters, too. We got it all decorated right now with all kind of strobe lights and stuff, too. Yeah. So that stuff was fun. And I remember one time I'd come out of the house, off the porch, I remember missing all the steps and falling down in front of everybody with the chainsaw. I was so embarrassed.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I had a Jason mask on. I broke my face, caught it. Yeah, it was bad, man. But we had some good ones. So we had... Eric Wilson went as Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you could do that these days. Then we had Odell was a keg.
Odell. He said not allowed to do that.
Yeah, Odell was a keg.
You were a keg one year.
Yeah, I know. When I saw that, I was like, I was the same costume. And I don't even remember ever wearing that. That was funny. I don't know how drunk I was that day. Because I remember you posted a picture.
That was the party that I was
telling you about. Yeah, you posted a picture, and I was like, holy crap, I guess I was dressed up.
Yeah, that was the party we were talking about, episode 1.
Yeah, so, and then...
we
Sarah,
were pretty lit that time.
Yeah, we should. I can't drink like that no more, man. I can't. Every time I do, I don't know. I don't like doing it anymore. I like to casually drink. So then Sarah and Leland went as Tina and Linda from Bob's Burgers, which hands down was probably my favorite, and that's non-biased for me. And then Danny King, we had him. He went as Steve Irwin, which is a pretty good one. And I think my all-time favorite one that was posted was Carmen Joseph went as Miley Cyrus. Came in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
That was wild. And
that was funny.
We had Wayne's World with Sean Allison. So those were all pretty good.
Is there any more on there?
I think that was all we had. I mean, someone posted, I think someone posted they went as Ricky Williams once, but they didn't want to share it because they wanted a political
Wasn't that
career.
Tim Gordon?
But I mean,
preserve his political career.
Yeah, I mean, but you went as Ricky Williams. I mean, people could use their eyes. So I guess we had two that aren't allowed these days.
Yeah, right.
Oh, she went as Richard Williams. Yeah.
Richard Williams.
As a white version.
Yeah. I'm looking for...
It's pretty far down on there.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. I believe that's all we got.
That ugly It costume.
Yeah, and then I posted that because I seen someone else post that. I didn't want to give credit or say the name or anything, but that costume was it looked homemade. But I actually saw it in the costume store yesterday because we were down there shopping for our costumes for Eli's party next weekend or this weekend coming up. Well, next weekend because it's Sunday. So I'm gonna be Superman. Which I want to talk about Superman. First off, I'm a little thicker dude, a little broad up top. So they have the cute Superman on the costume, like a large costume. Mm-hmm. But when you get to the extra large or the 2X costume, they have a fat Superman on there. Mm. I was so embarrassed to have to buy that yesterday.
I would have had to buy the fat Superman.
Well, yeah, dude, my shoulders are just so broad, so like I couldn't get the button in the back. Like it fit everywhere, but I couldn't get the button in the back. So I was like, oh man, I gotta buy the thick one. So I was just looking, and I went up to my wife. I said, I've never felt so fat in my life. And I was like, she's like, why? And I had the cute one in front, and I was like, bam! Then there was like a fat Superman. It was like real thick, and I was so pissed, dude.
Nice.
Fat shaming me.
Yep.
So
putting on for the fat guys.
You guys figure out what you're gonna do yet? You ain't even thought about it, huh? Breaking
man.
my heart, bub. You better come as like a meatball or something.
Yeah.
They
I'm thinking about being Blippy.
Blippy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, my
From
son.
YouTube.
You should, dude. My son probably wouldn't leave you alone, dude.
Yeah.
They
I'm
watch that
thinking
stuff
about,
faithfully.
if I was Blippy, oh God.
You might as well just do kid parties.
Oh God. Yeah. If I was Blippy, I would be like the talk of the town, because I would, I'd go trick or treating with Ava, and like people wouldn't.
Kids would run up to you. Just do clean shave face, dude, and then put the glasses on and with the hat.
With the hat, yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Did you see Chase's Joker or Eli's Joker picture yesterday? Dude, he was killing it, man.
Yeah, he was.
Everybody loved it. Everybody was talking about it because we went everywhere. We went to that Boardman hayride, and everybody was just stopping. They're like, "Can we take a picture of your kid?" Kind of weird. Want to take a picture of my kid? So please don't ask that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like take a picture of me, maybe.
Yeah, right. Like people used to ask to take pictures of me and take pictures with me, when I had a cool costume. But yeah, I don't know if I'd ever let you take a picture of my kid.
Yeah, especially random. Like I get it. I post pictures on my Facebook. Like you could take them off my Facebook or something if you want. But this a random stranger, like, oh, he's so cute. Can I take a picture? No. No, thank you. So, but yeah. So we had that, and I think that was all we had on there. You didn't see another one, did you? Just the one that didn't want to be posted. Ricky Williams, that was it.
Yeah. We still have one more week until Halloween, so I say let's run this for one more week and see what else. We know you guys have more than that.
Yeah, I want to get into like Halloween costumes, funny ones, maybe some ghost stories that you've experienced or something.
Yeah, and just so we could reiterate, we're giving away 2 tickets on this episode to Fear Forest, which is in Lordstown. It's a relatively good haunted house in our local area.
It's haunted, hayride, everything. So
yeah,
they're gonna get a corn maze also.
Yeah, and all you have to do is like this podcast, share this podcast, and what you need to do is tell your friends to come to our podcast page and like our page.
Yeah, also comment done on there too, so we know that you're going to be having people send people in too. So
right, and when you send people in, you simply just say, this person referred me. So if person A sends person B, then person B needs to be in our inbox saying person A's name, messaging us. And then at the end, what we do is we count them all up, and we figure out who had the most referrals. And then after we figure out who had the most referrals, that person gets 2 tickets to Fear Forest.
Yeah, I found it easier from what Bob and them were saying was just go on our community and then, invite your friend list, and then just make a status like, hey, I invited you guys to this, just comment, inbox them our name. And then even, like, I hate to, make competition against you, but even they could, they want the tickets, they could invite their friends even after they say done for you, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, a little backstab, but,
yep.
Hey, I would do it. So, but yeah, so I think this will be a good one too, If you like haunted houses, it's definitely not a good opportunity. You ain't got to do nothing. They're going to be free if you win, so,
yeah. Everyone likes free stuff.
Exactly. Right? So
yeah, we were just talking about that LeBron James situation. I mean, think about it, man. Like, basically, so what happened was, just kind of jog your guys' memory a little bit. LeBron was beaten up on the Washington Wizards round 1, like he always does. And the Washington Wizards were holding signs that said, like, Crybaby James. And they showed pictures of LeBron crying. And all the fans in Washington had them. And for whatever reason or not, Papa John's sponsored that sign. It was sponsored by Papa John's. And Papa John's caught a lot of heat for that. And people were, like, not going to Papa John's because of all that. So they wanted to say sorry. So what they did was they had 23-cent pizzas in honor of LeBron. They had 23-cent pizzas for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And the line was ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't even try.
You know what I mean? And think about it. It's like a pizza's like $10, $15.
Papa John's expensive. It's like 20.
Yeah. So I mean, well, I guess if you think about it though, let's assume it's $20. You stand out there for for 2 hours. That's like working for $10 an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But people like free stuff, so all we can say is like, follow these instructions, get us some likes on this page, and we'll be giving away these tickets.
Yeah, and just keep leaving feedback stuff, and everything like that. We're growing, and I would like to go far with this,
Yeah,
so,
it's fun.
I mean, if we're giving stuff away to help, promote our page and everything, we don't get nothing for it. All we're asking is for you to like it, and share it.
For sure.
So, well, we're gonna move into the Ravens versus Seahawks this week, bub. We need this game. I think Lamar needs this to solidify that he is as good as everybody thinks.
You want to move into that yet, or do you want to talk about we have that Joker situation?
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. Let's go ahead and jump into that. I forgot about that. So why don't you tell everybody what happened to you this weekend? I was jealous I didn't go with you, but now I'm probably more jealous because I missed a very viral moment.
Yeah. So we went and saw the Joker, and we went to Cinema South. And it's kind of weird how this happened. So a couple months back, Brittany and we went and saw the new Chucky movie, Child's Play, that we were just telling you about. Pretty good movie. I was pretty happy with the movie, but there was a point in the movie where the screen cut off for like 5 minutes, and then they had to like go back and have us rewatch it. So when we walked out, they just handed us free tickets for a new movie. We didn't even have to ask. Everyone in the theater got one. So we used our free tickets for the Joker, and we went to the Joker, and it was kind of an awkward movie at first because this guy was like completely like messed up, and they were kind of just like showing his path, like how he got the way that he was. And next thing you know, there's these people sitting in front of us, and there's this girl sitting next to this guy, and next thing you know, it looks like she's kind of like sitting on his lap. You ever go to like a movie or like a sporting event and you're sitting right behind somebody's head and they're blocking the view? Like, picture yourself at a movie theater with the view blocked, right? And you're kind of sitting to the side of somebody, like trying to watch the screen. Well, now picture somebody's head blocking you, except it's just bouncing. It was the worst time. And the worst part was, like, it wasn't like it was on the other side of the theater. It's not like it was like a bunch of rows up. It was literally one row in front of me, 12 o'clock in front of me. Like, there was no escaping it. I walked out of there and I'm like, I don't want to be a snitch, but I also want some free tickets, right? So
yeah, you don't want to watch that.
I'm like, yeah, I'm going to need some new tickets. And, yeah. So I went to Cinema South. And what's that?
Did you see another movie, or did you just go home with the tickets?
I went home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went home, and then, you know what? People around were, like, laughing and stuff. Like, people thought it was funny, and maybe I'm too sensitive these days.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they were right in front of me. Like, I couldn't escape it if I wanted to.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah.
It was kind of like
I guess I could have moved to a different seat in the theater.
Yeah, but still, why not get some free tickets?
Trying to be a little bitch about it. Like, move to a different seat.
Oh, dude, when I went on the Thunder on the Strip, that motorcycle weekend, bike week up in Geneva, there was people like this wild. Like, I told my wife, I was like, this is kid friendly. Like the kids would come up, walk, look at all the bikes, get something to eat. But as soon as them lights went down, man, it was a whole different. Like, I've did a lot of wild stuff in my life. But there was guys just doing stuff they weren't supposed to be doing. And girls, like, right in front of people. Husbands watching. Like, people don't care these days,
dude,
man.
It's like, just being an attorney and just, like, knowing what I know now, it's like...
You could have jail for a long time.
Dude, jail? I wouldn't even be worried about jail if I was them. Like, if I was having sex in a theater, like... like, if there's underage people in there, like, you could end up as a registered sex offender. Like, who the fuck wants that?
Well, I know you can't even, like, pee in public, like, if someone sees you. Like, sometimes us guys will just, go wherever.
Yeah.
I remember, I'm not going to say my friend's name. I remember, just, like, I think we were, like, 16, 17. We were still in high school, I know that. And somebody was peeing on the side of the house, his own house, and a cop just happened to drive by. And he ended up having to pay all kind of fines and everything just for peeing outside his own house. Like, nobody could see him, but the cop
Yeah.
happened to I mean, he had his back turned, but the cop still knew what he was doing and came up and he got him in trouble. He had to pay all kind of fines and stuff. So, like, it's dangerous, man.
Jay loves peeing outside.
Yeah.
Jay pees outside every chance he
Speaking,
gets.
I want to just go off track, man. I remember one time there was a party we were having or something, and I think we were at Jenna's house or something. Someone took a dump behind their pool, and I think Jay, I'm not sure, Jay, if you comment on our Facebook page, let us know, but somebody stepped in it. Like human shit. Someone stepped in and was like, who shit behind the pool?
I've never heard that story.
Oh, never? Oh, ask Jay, dude. Oh, it was so bad. It might be one of the times I was just hanging out with Jay, but which I never do because he's a loser. But I like Jay. Yeah. He knows I do. But yeah, dude, I just wanted to bring that up. Speaking of going to the bathroom outside, like
I never heard that story.
Yeah. Oh, you have to ask him, man. I know he remembers that. You can't forget something like that. I don't know if it was him that stepped in it or just maybe like a kid or something. I don't know, but someone definitely stepped in. I remember him yelling.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So I think that probably covers everything up until, everything with Halloween except for some of the things we wanted to touch on that we did this weekend and last weekend. So we could start with last weekend. We both went to White House.
Yeah,
I saw you up there.
Yeah, they closed at 5 o'clock. I didn't know that until you told me.
Yeah,
I went last minute.
I see this guy pull up, and he's like, "Yeah, man, we'll be here a while." And I'm like, they close in an hour, right? He's like, "Ah."
Yeah, we didn't even do nothing. We just ate some corn or something. Yeah. And I was like, "Well, we got to speed pick," and then waiting in the donut lines 45 minutes. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And the kids want donuts. I cut everybody.
He's like, "Yeah, I'll be here a while," and I'm like, "They close in an hour." He's like, "You fucking serious?"
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that was.
I just cut everybody, and I went up behind Sarah, because Sarah's mom was in the front of the line, so and Sarah was waiting in line. I'm like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "All right, hold on one second, I'll be right back." I went to her mom. Oh, actually, my buddy. Then my buddy was there, and I went up to him and his wife, and I said, "Hey, man, just give me a half a dozen," And I was like, "Just tell me you got 2 orders." Nice. So I cut everybody, and I could tell everybody knew I cut because these ladies were just staring me down. Man.
That's great.
Yeah. But we did that, and then Chase had his football game again, and this weekend's his last 2 games. So
I'm about to post another video.
Yeah, he scored 2 more again, man. He's
nice. Ending
the season strong. I'm hoping he has 2 games. Sunday is doubleheader, so I'm hoping he nails them out.
Yeah. So that was last week. This week we went to Iron Mills.
That place is pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked it. Iron Mills was a lot of
drive.
Fun. Yeah, but it was worth it, man. Ava was beat up, though.
Tired.
Oh God, it was by the time we left, she was literally stumbling around like a drunk person. She was wobbling side to side, and then she was crying when we left. But I kid you not, she was literally snoring 2 minutes after we pulled out of the parking lot.
Oh yeah, that's how my kids are.
I heard her snoring in the background, and I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
And then once we got home, she woke up, couldn't fall back asleep until late. But oh man, she was beat to death. But she had the time of her life.
Yeah, we didn't do much. We went to that Austin Town trunk or treat, which was a waste of time, and it was just a bunch of bullshit. They're trying to promote cell phones to kids, pretty much. Jeez. And they got some free water bottles and some candy. So we decided to leave from there and go to Boardman to their little friendly haunted hayride and stuff.
Nice.
We did that. Kids they jumped around, and Leland actually got second place in a pumpkin carving contest from her school. K, I think some K and up, and she got second place.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. I was pretty happy for her. And then today, like I said, Chase has 2 games. And then we went Halloween shopping too yesterday. I'm going to be Superman, Sarah's going to be Supergirl, and Eli and all of them were dressed up. So
nice.
Not much going on.
Iron Mills was fun, man. It was a good time.
Yeah, I haven't took the kids there yet this year or anything like that. I think all the fall stuff's going to be ending here pretty soon. So the Halloween stuff anyhow. White House always got something going on though.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna do nothing much, but then probably just watch football, which the Ravens finally play at 4. So I think 4:20, I believe, which is good because they've been playing at 1 o'clock, and Chase's games are at 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So I'll finally get to watch them. Hopefully get a win today.
Nice. So. Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know what time the Cowboys play today, but I got all the games, and I don't pay attention to what time the Cowboys play because my Sundays are just off limits for everything. Everyone knows in my family, don't even bother me on Sundays. So it doesn't matter when they play, to be honest with you. I wake up on Sunday and I watch football from morning until night.
Yeah, I keep it on my phone on the sidelines while I'm watching Chase, and then every time I know he's about to run, I just I turn it off, get the phone ready for his camera, and then I turn it back on. And all Dad's like, "What's the score? What's the score?"
That's great.
So
speaking of football, man, Ravens in Seattle, games at Seattle.
Yeah, and we just picked up Peters, so I think he's going to help out big time. And I think Jimmy Smith's not coming back this week, but once he does, it's going to be crazy. We're going to have 3 solid lockdown corners as long as Jimmy stays healthy.
Yeah, you guys just need to bring a pass rush.
Yeah, I'm hoping we trade for somebody, but Brandon Williams is back full time this week too, and we need this. I think we need this win for Lamar Jackson to, so everybody could just stop hating on him. I'm hoping he at least balls out.
So who you got then?
If the Ravens play good defense, like I think they can, I think we could beat them by a Justin Tucker field goal.
Oh yeah.
But if we can't stop them, I got them beating us 28-24. I think it's going to be close. I don't think we're going to get blown out.
Yeah, so Eagles got the Cowboys this week. And well, maybe I should make a prediction first. You say 28-24 on
if we play good defense, 28 or if we play good defense, we win by 3. If we are a little shaky, inconsistent, I got us losing 28-24.
Got it.
So I think we could pull it off.
Yeah. So,
Because we got Earl Thomas going back to Seattle for the first time since the trade, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He said he wanted to be met with love in Seattle. We'll see how that goes.
Hope he has a little bit of inside tips. Like, remember Warren Sapp called out the offensive line crashes or whatever?
Didn't Earl Thomas, well, I guess he flipped off.
He flicked them off at his last game.
Coaches.
Like, leaving, yeah.
When he left. Yeah,
they were doing him dirty, though,
They
man.
rushed him back, and then he hurt himself, and that's never fun. So, Pat Mahomes got hurt, and that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing good news, man.
Coming back 3 weeks.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, 3 weeks at minimum. So he didn't have no significant tears or nothing like that. Just popped his knee out of place.
Yeah. So, Ravens at Seattle. I hate to say it, man, but I'm probably going to go with Seattle.
No, I would bet, yeah.
It's at Seattle.
I think that's a 50-50 game for us.
I don't know if you've been watching college football yesterday. I don't know what the weather looks like in Seattle right now.
Yeah, but the Ravens play in everything, so
I know that they do, but
especially cold.
I'm just saying, like, if you have been watching college football yesterday,
it's snowing,
it seems like everywhere you look, it's freaking raining.
Raining, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it's raining, and it rains in Seattle probably more than it rains anywhere in the country. And if it rains in Seattle and it's cold, that's gonna be an interesting game to watch. You got 2 mobile quarterbacks. I'll probably throw that game on, to be honest with you, if they're not on when the Cowboys.
See, Lamar Jackson is the first air and ground player ever.
Yeah, I need Lamar Jackson to struggle this week because I'm playing Derek. Derek's undefeated. He's 6-0, and Lamar's his quarterback.
Dude, I lost fantasy football last week by 0.4.
Oh God.
Was his name Galladay or whatever for the Detroit?
Kenny Galladay.
Yeah, he got 120 yards, no touchdowns, and I was way ahead. He got like 20-some fantasy points.
Yeah, I have him on a couple teams. I like Kenny Galladay.
Yeah, well, I was like, there's no way he's gonna beat me. I'm up there. I was like, this dude ain't gonna get that many points, and he came back and beat me by 0.4. That's 2 games I lost by. I lost one by 0.5 this year and 0.4. I lost one by 0.5 when Drew Brees got hurt.
Wow. So you have
2 and 4 right now.
You have 2 losses with
less than a point.
You less than a total point.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
Upset, man.
Jeez.
I'm barely staying alive with my quarterbacks.
So let's before we get into predicting my Cowboys, let's talk about since we talked a little bit about college football. I know you're not a huge college guy.
Georgia Tech beat Miami.
Fine, yeah, but man, Florida State, man, like 3-4, lost to Wake Forest. Wake Forest back in the day used to be like a guaranteed 40-point win.
Yeah,
it's like I'm a football guy, and I couldn't tell you a single NFL player that came out of Wake Forest that I could think of off the top of my head. Now, you want to talk NBA? Sure. I'll give you Tim Duncan, Chris Paul, a couple other guys I could think of. But when it comes to football, I can't think of one.
Yeah.
And I could probably think about it, if I thought about it long enough, but nothing comes to mind right now. And they've been a guaranteed 40-point win. The fact that they beat us and everyone else beats us, man, I'm so frustrated with this coaching staff. And Coach Taggart, I don't know how he's, Coach Taggart is one of the best recruiters in the whole country. We had a top 5 recruiting class this year, and somehow he convinced a top 5 recruiting class to come to Florida State despite a losing record. And you have to give credit where credit is due. He's a hell of a recruiter, but man, is he a terrible coach.
Yeah.
God, it's like you have all these athletes and we're getting pounded by Wake Forest. Like, who goes to Wake Forest? Nobody.
What about you see the wagon flip over? Was it the Oklahoma game?
Yeah, well, you posted that.
Yeah, so funny. Yeah, I posted because the commentator was like, "Look at that nice roll she did!" Like when she rolled off. He's like, "That's what you learn in jiu-jitsu."
Yeah,
I was cracking up. Yeah, that horse just ran wild. When she hits the ground, took off some dragon bodies.
That's what they teach you in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. So speaking of horses, I guess we'll get into my Cowboys. Cowboys ride horses, and you got that connection. You guys got that connection. So Eagles at the Cowboys. This is tough, man, because we've been playing like trash. I've been pretty disappointed. I thought that we were going to have a really good season. Unfortunately, man, some of these guys are getting paid and then just kind of ghosting. A
lot of people do.
We had one of the best pass rushes, and nobody has heard from DeMarcus Lawrence this year, who's he's been up near sack leader every year. Not this year. Zeke Elliott got paid. He's not paying. He's not playing like he should right now. And I thought that maybe he was rusty. He needed to knock off some rust. But man, what is this, week 7?
Yeah.
The season's halfway over. Like, I get that you didn't come to training camp and that you skipped a preseason, but I mean, it's
professional athlete too.
It's week 7. You know what I mean? And the run is just not getting going. And when we get the run going, then that's what really helps out Dak.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys need each other for sure to be successful. I think the Eagles are healthy too this weekend, right?
Yeah,
they're all pretty healthy.
And I did not see this, so I don't know this for sure. But I heard that Michael Irvin actually picked Philly to win this game.
I think Philly went into not non-biased. I just think you guys have been playing. You guys are in a little slump. I think Carson Wentz he's due for a pretty good game. So
yeah.
And once again, that run game gets going.
Yeah,
because it seems like Howard's starting to find some rhythm. So
I'm gonna take.
I think it'll be a close game for sure.
I'm on the edge, really. I'm gonna take Dallas by 3. And this isn't because I'm a Cowboys fan. It's because our backs are truly on the ropes. I think that, I'm not taking this because I'm like prideful about what the team has done. More so, I think that they need to respond. I'm hoping that the Cowboys are looking at this like a must-win game.
Jason Garrett, I think it's must-win for him. I think they need.
It's a must-win. It's a must-win game for Jason. It's a must-win game for Dak, and most importantly, it is, it's the Eagles that always bring out the best in us. The Eagles always bring out the best in us because we hate them. Derek is the only Eagles fan that I like, and I guess there's a couple. There's a couple. All right, generally we don't like the Eagles fans, but we like it. We like it. Ruben and Kate's boyfriend Carmen, and
Chris,
couple other, we like. All right, we like Devin. You guys. We like you guys, but we don't like your fan base as a whole. So,
what do you think about? I don't know if you saw, but Jerry Jones was entertaining the idea of Antonio Brown. Did you see that?
Yeah, actually, Jerry Jones came out and said it's a no-go.
Oh, it's a no-go. All right.
Yeah,
I didn't read into it. I just saw the clippings.
Yeah. Well, people asked him, and he basically said that he wasn't interested. I was more so surprised to see that he didn't get picked up by the XFL.
He said he won't play there.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's like, I'm not going there. He's a best wide receiver in the NFL is what he said. So, but he's not in the NFL right now. So
he would literally be like
he could be good if he gets his. He's so good, and he's wasting his
500 yards
talent,
a game.
man.
Yeah, XFL.
Oh, dude, he'd end the season with probably 10,000 yards alone. Instant Hall of Fame. I'm not even really excited about that. I don't think it's going to last long.
You're not excited about the XFL?
No, if it didn't last when it first started, I don't think it's going to last now because that was the era where everybody wanted mayhem. But who knows, man?
Yeah, I'm hoping that like it kind of brings a little change of pace because
it's like Bellator and the UFC kind of.
Yeah, it's like people kind of miss like the whole like brutality thing. You know, the
dude, I love like NFL Blitz growing up, dude. That game was fun.
It's like, you back in the day, you used to not be able to run a slant route because you would just get your head taken off. 5 would get
you raped. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
you,
you would get your head taken off in a slant route, and when people see that stuff again, and you don't get flags thrown for hitting the quarterback high or hitting the quarterback low.
I'm definitely gonna watch.
That kind of thing pisses people off. If it wasn't for fantasy football, some of these rules would have really dragged down the NFL's rating. I really think that.
Well, if they start their own, they only got like 4 teams though, or like 6 teams, 8 teams. Yeah.
So
these players ain't gonna hold up, man.
I think the product of the NFL is actually being benefited by the expansion of fantasy football and like DraftKings and stuff like that. They're still losing viewers regardless, but I think that has more so minimized the damage.
Yeah.
And I mean, the owners are happy because Roger Goodell is making them a shit ton of money. Like, they're making money, but the fans just aren't happy, but they've had nowhere to go. It's like it's the NFL or nothing. So, I mean, you have college football, but now it's like you have the XFL, you have guys that are trying to make it to the NFL. You're going to have notable names in the XFL.
Yeah, a lot of the guys that got that league that just diminished. What was it?
The AFL.
AFL, yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess I'm looking forward to it, but I don't think
Who
that
you
I'm
wrong
really...
with? What's your team?
Tampa Bay Vipers. I got to go with Tampa Bay. I'm that's right around the corner from where I work. I could walk there.
I love Tampa, man.
Yeah. I could walk to Tampa Stadium. I could walk to Raymond James. So...
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely going to watch it. I wish they'd bring Slam Ball back, dude. That was my stuff, man.
Yeah. Remember the roller derby show?
Oh, yeah, on MTV.
Yeah, the roller derby show.
Too, man.
Yeah.
All that was fun. Like, come on, like, after Celebrity Deathmatch and then say what karaoke and all that, dude.
Yeah.
Those were my jams. Yeah, I missed the 90s and early 2000s, man.
Yeah, for sure. So we got any more topics?
No, I think that's going to do it for today. I mean, let me do my Dallas Eagle picks. I already said I think the Eagles are going to win. I got them winning by 13. 13? Yeah, I think if their run game goes, but either way, I think they're going to win.
It's going to be a close game, but man, I hope not. Falling 3-4, we need to catch up on them.
Did you guys already beat them once this year, right?
No.
Oh, yeah, first year playing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But they already played.
Yeah, no. I hope our guys are looking at this like a do or die game, and I hope they respond, and I hope the offense runs through Zeke and they get him going. I think, I haven't read the injury report, but I know that Michael Gallup is back and Amari Cooper was testing out that quad. We missed Cooper last week, and it really showed. Cooper went out in the first quarter. He's been a hell of a pickup. When I remember Antonio Brown got traded to Oakland, Golden Tate got traded to the Giants, and Amari Cooper got traded to Dallas all at the same time, and everybody thought Amari Cooper was the worst of the three.
No way.
And he's turned out to be like amazing for us. Like,
good. I'm
super happy that he did, because when we got him, truthfully, I wasn't even excited. I'm just like, he hasn't done anything in Oakland. He came to Dallas and he's just been shredding.
He was pretty good with the AC/DC era, man. I thought they were good.
So hopefully he gives his quad a good test, and hopefully he's ready to play and able to play. And
Hollywood Brown's out. I think he got an ankle injury. I hope he comes back. He didn't practice, but they didn't put him as not playing yet either. So
yeah,
it's gonna be a game time decision, I think.
Yeah, man.
So I'm excited.
before we hop off here, let's talk about what we got going on next week. What are your plans?
We got my son's Halloween birthday party. He turns 2. Pretty much that's it, man. Because I've been super busy the last couple of weekends with just work and.
If I come to your son's Halloween party, I'm showing up as Blippy.
If you don't come, I'm canceling the podcast.
Yeah,
it'll just be him up there.
Did we talk about the date yet? What was the date?
26th, Saturday.
26.
Yeah. And we got a trophy for the best costume for the kids.
Yeah.
So make sure they bring their A game.
Yeah.
So
we got to go get Ava
all kind of bags and like giveaways and stuff we're gonna do for them. So
nice.
We're just trying to make it fun for the kids. Like we got all kind of cool things, like creepy things. It's gonna be pretty fun.
Nice.
So I know you're gonna be there.
I'm getting on eBay. I'm getting on eBay or Amazon right after this and getting my stuff.
Yeah, man. I got mine yesterday. I got a Superman, so I got the fat Superman.
I'm gonna be calling all around the Halloween stores. You guys got Blippy? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think his would be kind of easy because it isn't just like some pants and suspenders. But the hardest thing would probably be the hat.
Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to get on eBay or something like that and get the hat or Amazon, get it like shipped. So
dude, you'd be the life of the party, man. They'll think I hired you to come.
Yeah.
My son will be like all over it. I guarantee Chase loves him. I'm like, who the hell is Blippy?
Oh yeah.
I want Blippy on. I'm like, I'm like typing it in. And this guy comes. I'm like, what again? This guy.
So I'm gonna have a pretty fun week. So I'm going to WWE Raw on Monday.
I was supposed to go.
Broke
my heart.
Yeah, man. So going to WWE Raw on Monday. Brittany's younger brother Patrick loves wrestling. So we got him tickets for his birthday, and he's gonna love it. He's never been to a live show. Yeah. So then that's Monday, and then I'm gonna turn around and go to AEW on Wednesday.
Ooh, where's that at?
Pittsburgh.
Oh man, life of the party.
So that'll be fun. Speaking of which, this is a wrestling T-shirt. So I was nerdy before it was cool, before it was a trend.
Dude, I loved wrestling as a kid, man.
Yeah.
I still watch it every night. My son's getting into it now. We took him to one wrestling live little event. We were there at the Scrappers Field.
Uh-huh.
And ever since then, man, they've been doing high maneuvers off of couches and stuff. I'm like, God, you're going to hurt your leg. Like, he plays football, so I'm like, dude, don't hurt yourself. You have to play this week. And he's like, I'm not going to hurt myself. Somersault off the...
Yeah.
Jesus.
So that'll be fun. I think going to Raw Monday, going to AEW Wednesday, and that's basically it, man. Just kind of chilling the rest of the week. And
I'm just relaxing.
Getting this work in and trying to kind of transition into the holidays and...
Yeah, man, that's all I'm doing. I got a lot of prep to do for this party. The only thing I do during the week is work out, and hang out with the kids. So that's it.
So it's all good, man. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Thought this was a pretty good episode. We're about an hour and 10 minutes. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, just one last time, we're going to be giving away 2 tickets to Fear Forest in Lordstown.
Make sure you get involved. Get the tickets.
Yep. Like this podcast, share this podcast, and tell your friends to like our page. When they like our page, have them message us with your name, and when we see your name, then we add up all the tallies, and we're going to be giving away 2 tickets. So this is going to be a lot of fun because everybody can join, and maybe we'll get a bunch of... last time was more so for the guys, right? But maybe we'll get a bunch of...
this one's for everybody.
Raylan Garrett. Maybe Bob
she lives in North Carolina now. So, I mean, we'll ship them to you. If you win them and you want them still, I'll ship them to you. Because I know we got a lot of people that don't live in the local area, like just some like Columbus, Cleveland, whatever. I mean, they want to drive up. That's fine. Just let us know. It's not just for people we know. It's for whoever, wants them. So, if you win them and, just for any giveaway, if you're not around and... it's something that's local or something that could be sent to you. It's no problem. So
for sure.
So got me saying it now. For sure.
Yeah.
So
get that.
Thanks for watching and continue. To just be active with us and let us know what you guys think and ideas you might have or what you want to hear. And we'll try to cover the best we can. For sure. We're gonna have one more week before Halloween, so make sure you guys keep posting what scared you as a kid. Keep posting. Some of your costumes this year and past years. You guys will find out next year
Or, I mean, you'll find out next week, rather, if I went as Blippy.
How about next weekend, next podcast, we come in our costumes and do the, we do the podcast in costumes, dude. That'd be pretty cool. So he'll come as Blippy, and then I'll be a fat Superman.
Oh, God. You guys want me to be Blippy in the maybe. We'll see.
We'll put it up. We'll have you, we'll do something on Facebook, and you guys can vote. So
yeah. Yep.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in.
Appreciate it.